Dun, dun. Hi, welcome. Say hello once you enter into the room, I guess. Oh, I'm so excited to see you guys coming in and showing up. We're going to get some words in tonight. I am so excited. I have got my hot chocolate over here on the side. Oop. Yep, got my hot chocolate. And we are going to get some words in tonight. How's everyone's writing going? I haven't written in 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. Let's see. Sunday, I took like a self-care day and I just kind of rested. And I caught up on some reading. I started reading And I Darken by Kirsten White, which I'm enjoying. I have some mixed feelings about it, but overall I'm enjoying it. And then I got 32 chapters in and then I just needed a mental break. So I started reading, rereading Twilight. Don't judge me. I'm already judging myself. But yeah, so I got like a couple pages into Twilight and then I went to sleep. And then I went to work today and haven't written anything today. So this was definitely much needed so that we can get caught up. Or for those of you who are caught up, that's amazing. We can definitely get you even further in the game tonight. Let's see. I'm trying to see where the chat is. I swear, every time I do a live stream, I do like a different way. So this is Google Live or Google Hangouts. This is Google Hangouts. So I'm trying to see if there is a group chat. So if you guys could do me a favor and write something in the chat, and I'll see if it shows up. So I'm trying to figure it out. Is there a chat? I don't know how this Google Hangouts thing works. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure how this works, but we're going to figure it out together. All right, so while we are somewhat figuring out the chat situation, I definitely just wanted to ask you guys how your NaNoWriMo is coming along. If you could respond in the chat so we can make this a collaborative effort. And I have my other computer over here, so I'm going to just take a peek and to see what the live looks like on this end. Let's see here. We're going to get this live stream thing down one of these days. Okay, let's see what it looks like on this end. We're going to get this live stream down. Oh, I need to mute myself. Okay, I see you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it looks like I can't see the chat in the actual Google Hangouts window, but I can see the chat when I like check up on my other computer. Let's see what's up with y'all. Chat is lit as always. Alyssa, you need to make word count. I feel you. Me too. Oh yeah, I did see that Christina Horner had a write-in. Was it on Sunday? I got the notification too, and I felt really bad because I literally was just like, I can't. I need a day. I need a day to just decompress. Because I was actually out of town. I left town Wednesday night and I was gone. Yeah, I left town. What time did my flight leave? It was like a 9:50 p.m. flight. I got into Orlando, Florida at like 1 a.m. for my best friend's wedding. She was getting married on Friday. So I got in Wednesday night, or I guess technically early Thursday morning. And then Thursday, all day was doing wedding stuff. I was the maid of honor. So it was just like all the wedding stuff. And then the bachelorette party was that night. And then Friday, more wedding stuff. And then she got married Friday evening. So, and then my flight back home to North Carolina was Saturday morning at 8:50 a.m. So I was exhausted and I still wrote. I woke up early and wrote Thursday morning and Friday morning, the morning of the wedding. So I'm really proud of myself. So I was just tired. I needed a day to just breathe. All right, let's see what y'all are doing. Alyssa, you're at 20.4K. That's really impressive. Let's see. Rising Dreamer, I understand what you mean by you have a headache because I feel like I always have some type of tension headache. Hey, Luxurious Blue, it's so good to see you. As always, how's your writing going? Let's see. Alyssa, I definitely feel you on the burnout. It's like I'm not used to writing like under this amount of pressure. I feel like I go in waves and streams of like days and weeks where I write a lot, and then there's weeks where I don't really write, and I'm just Netflixing, chilling, or reading, or doing other creative things, and then I get back into the rhythm of things, and I start writing a lot again. So it's like these waves, and the reason I love NaNoWriMo is it's just like write every day for 30 days, but you can get burned out. Absolutely. Let's see. Birthday fruitcake. I don't pay attention to NaNoWriMo. I only agreed so we could write together. Oh, thanks. Broke 18K earlier tonight, about a day's worth of writing behind, says Jordan. Try being 2 days behind, Jordan. Let's see. Froggy Dengen, I'm sitting in my car waiting for my kids to get out of school. Well, thank you so much for joining. I know how it is trying to, get everything situated with kiddies and their schedule and your schedule. I know it's hectic. Kira says, I'm moving into a new home, so I've put Nano off indefinitely. I'm so glad you are all making progress. Thanks so much, Kira. Moving is tough. I hate moving. I feel like I've moved every year for the last 5 years, for the most part. Like every year, 2-ish years. I feel you, girl. Let's see. Birthday Fruitcake says, I'm writing everything on paper, so I don't count the words, but I have a little over 10 pages I started recently. Well, that's awesome. 10 pages is great. Alyssa, JSJ says, I'm absolutely obsessed with the story I'm writing. Oh, that's amazing. There's no better feeling than being consumed by your passion and by the story. It drives itself. It's its own momentum when you're so consumed by what you're doing. Let's see. Luxurious Blue says, I'm so far behind. I fell off for 3 days last week trying to catch up on sleep that I lost, trying to increase my word count after falling behind from the start of NaNoWriMo. A mess. It's like a cycle, right? It's like this, I don't even know what to call it, but it's like this horrible cyclical thing where you're like, I'm going to write, but now I'm sleep deprived. And now I'm behind because I'm catching up with sleep. Okay, now I'm caught up on sleep. I'm going to write. Now I'm sleep deprived. Now I'm behind. It's crazy. I feel you. Aphrodite Lee, not doing nano either, just writing with my tribe. Yes, ma'am. Semi says no progress whatsoever. I'm sorry, Semi. Hopefully tonight can help. Charity is in the house. Hey, Charity. Let's see. Okay, you guys, it's not going to be like last time. We're going to try to get more words in. We're going to do more word sprints. So it is currently 8:09. So I'm going to give us until about 8:12 to catch up and to chat. And then we're going to sprint from 8:12 until 8:30. Okay, so it's a little bit more than 15 minutes. We're going to just do straight sprint for 15 minutes. Then we're going to take a break and talk for about 10-ish, 15-ish minutes. And then we're going to sprint again. My plan is to end this live stream no later than 9:30. It's 9 is really my goal, but we'll see. I don't want to stifle our flow. Let's see. Pola says, I'm about 3 days behind, but still hopeful. Of course, always be hopeful. Yes, Carol Brown is in the house. And I did get your Instagram DM, so I wasn't ignoring you. I definitely got it. I was at work, and it was really sweet, and I wanted to respond. But I'm such an introvert that sometimes I think I've responded, but I've actually responded in my mind, and I actually haven't typed anything out and responded. So, Kara, I just want to say I got your Instagram DM. It was so kind of you to write that. I'm so glad that you enjoyed that video. I definitely put a lot of thought into it, and I was actually very terrified to make that video. So I'm glad it's gotten the overwhelming positive response that it has from the booktube community. And the video I'm talking about is the video where I basically talked about Sasha Alsberg's and Lindsay Cummings' book, Zenith. I almost couldn't remember the name of it because I promised I wouldn't be shady on this live, so I'll stop there. But that video was nerve-wracking to make and nerve-wracking to put up. So I'm really glad that people have overall enjoyed it and gotten my intent, you know, because my intent is always good and pure. So I never want to come across as being like mean-spirited ever, even in negative reviews. I always try to find a positive, or I always try to find like a way to bring up a different point of view when I discuss books that I don't like, or, you know, whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So, Carol, that really touched me and made my day because I got the message while I was at work. Anyway, I say all that to say, I'm not ignoring you. I got your message. Thanks. Thank you so much. Let's see. Don't worry about 50K goal. Just worry about getting it all written down. You learn along the way. JSJ saying to Alyssa Arts. Honestly, you have to kind of forget about the 50,000 words, 50,000 word goal count. You have to forget about it. Otherwise, it will completely psych you out. You just have to write. Just get the story out and you will be surprised how quickly you will reach 50K. Let's see. I'm getting all these notifications. Let me see if I can't. Okay, mute that. Let's see. Recycle on Wednesday says, I'm fairly behind, but I made good progress today. Let's see. I'm glad to be here to do some more writing. Yes. Oh, it's 8:12. It's 8:12. It's 8:12. Let's go. Let's go, guys. So pull up your stories. Maybe you need to get your music going. What have y'all been writing to in terms of music? Where are my headphones? I'm not trying to get those strikes again. I've moved on from Taylor Swift. I'm sure some of you will be happy to hear. I've actually been writing to soundtracks now. And the reason I'm in such a twilighty mood is I've been writing to the Twilight soundtrack. I found like a playlist on Spotify. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. You're only gonna be able to hear my keys. And go. I'm petting Teddy. Eight more minutes, guys. We got this. 8:27, 3 more minutes. We got this. Okay, 8:28, 2 minutes, guys. We got this. Oh my God, 8:31. I was in the zone, y'all. I was in the zone. 810 words. And I don't even know what I'm writing right now, but I'm just writing. I had to stop my music because I was so like focused and I didn't want the Twilight soundtrack incidentally to distract me or to like make me think about Twilight or influence. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for, to influence me in any way. So I turned it off for a second. Got in the zone, 810 words. I'm so excited. It's nowhere close to where I wanted to be, but that's a lot better than nothing. Let's see where you guys are at. How are y'all doing? Let's see. Catching up on the comments. Arcade Gold says, oh, comments are moving fast. Stopping by to give a thumbs up and show some support. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And yes, let me just remind you guys, if you could just give me a thumbs up really quickly, that would be wonderful. That really helps me out. So just click the thumbs up button. That would be great. Apple Tree says, I was hearing noise and I honestly forgot I had this up in the background. It scared me, LOL. Time to get back to outlining. Yes, by all means. Let us keep you company while you outline. Let's see. Earl says, hold on, I'm trying to read all these comments. Let's see. Okay, so Apple Trees continues. I had to take medicine because I got sick, like real sick to the point where I was having trouble breathing yesterday, but I am now so much better. Well, I'm so glad that you're feeling better. I'm sorry to hear that you weren't feeling well, but I'm glad the medicine helped. Let's see. Earl asks or says, okay, as a writer who has published more than 20 novels to traditional publishers, this concept of virtual writing is totally different. I think I will try it and see who comes to watch. Absolutely. It's honestly just like the camaraderie and the support. That's honestly what I'm trying to build with my platform. Yes, it is a bookish channel, but I'm a writer as well. And I just love the idea of building a strong, close-knit community of writers on my channel where we can support one another and just kind of lift each other up and keep each other motivated as we work on our various projects. And there are people who come who are unpublished and there are people who are published like yourself, Earl. So I don't know, just makes me so happy in my soul that I'm able to foster that type of environment. 810 words. Hey, Alyssa, 331. That's what I'm talking about. That's 331 more than you had before we had this live. Birthday says I wrote a couple of paragraphs. That's awesome. Sarah Matthews, awesome. I tuned in late, but I got 112 words. Welcome, Sarah. I'm glad that you are here. 112 is wonderful. Polo, 878 words. Most I've written in one go in this month. Yay. See? It works. It works. And just so you guys know, I actually have a video with Nanowrimo going up on their official YouTube channel on Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that video. If you are unfamiliar with their channel, definitely go and subscribe so you won't miss my video, or just, keep an eye out for it. But on the official Nanowrimo YouTube channel, I partnered with them and I have a video coming out on there on Wednesday. So this upcoming Wednesday, the 14th. And yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And I don't know why I mentioned that. Oh, Nanowrimo has write-ins every day. So if this is really helping you, like Polo says, this is the most words that you've written this month. If write-ins in this kind of environment really helps you where you're getting together with other writers virtually and you're just sprinting and getting words out, Nanowrimo's YouTube page is a great resource because they do this all the time, pretty much every day. Let's see. Charity says, I made a YouTube video. Charity. Okay, girl. Pumping out those videos. I have filmed so much this month and I am so behind on my videos. I've actually been vlogging my NaNoWriMo experience every single day. And I just need to start editing and putting those vlogs up. It's going to take forever. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I get off work early. I work the early shift tomorrow, like 7:30 to 3 p.m. So when I get home, I'm going to edit before I get some writing down. So I guess you just reminded me what I needed to do, Charity. So thanks. Let's see. My handwriting looks like loose string, says birthday. JSJ says 167 words for this sprint, but I am happy because I was able to get through this rough patch of this scene. Still a lot more to go before this chapter is finished. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about my story right now. This is the first story I've ever written where I'm not just like head over and heels in love with the story. It's really hard to explain how I feel about this story. I feel like the core of the story is really something amazing and there's definitely gold here, but I feel like it's a buried treasure and I just need to get everything out in this draft And then I'm going to go back and really dig and chisel and refine in the second draft. And I feel like this particular story is probably going to need a third draft. Usually I only really do 2 drafts of my stories. And usually the stories I write, I'm so in love with the story. I feel so confident and I know my characters so well. I know the plot inside and out. That's usually the kind of territory that I'm in when I'm writing. And I feel so confident, and usually I write with such intention where every single word is like I've really thought about the words and the sentences and the way of putting the story together, and like the voice, is it in first person, second person, etc. I put so much thought into those things that I usually only really write 2 drafts, because the first draft is usually pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Like, this is the shittiest first draft I've ever written in my life. I don't know what is going on. Like, this story just came to me on a whim, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It sounds like a cool idea. And then I start writing, and I'm like, but I have no plot. And then I'm like, I like my themes and I like my characters, but I don't really know these people. What's going on? Finally figured out a plot. It came to me, was it Sunday? It came to me on Sunday. I went to sleep on Saturday night and had the most vivid dream. It was an amazingly vivid dream. And just like that, I had my plot. I basically dreamed the entire novel. And that's only happened to me twice before in my entire life with like novels that I've written, where it came to me in a dream. This is sounding very Stephanie Meyer right now. This is weird. But anyways, I had a very vivid dream and finally got my plot. And I struggle writing contemporary stories. My stories always start out as contemporary and then they just don't stay contemporary. I've only written one contemporary, like a true contemporary, like lighthearted, and it was a like contemporary romantic comedy all the way. Very character driven, very little plot. The other contemporary I wrote was a coming of age story, very heavy subject matter. I don't know, I don't look at it as contemporary. Weird. But yeah, my stories never stay contemporary for very long because this became a paranormal romance real quick after that dream. So that's my plot. I have my plot. So I'm going back now and I'm like adding in the paranormal parts where I'm just like, oh, let me add this and let me tweak this, the little like hints and clues of what it will be revealed, further down the line. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm rambling, but this is actually really helping me. So thanks you guys for being here. This is very therapeutic for me right now in my story. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this particular novel right now. I want us to fall in love at some point, and I feel like we will, but I don't think it'll be during this draft because, like I said, this is the shittiest first draft I've ever written in my entire life. Like, it's pure, just, I don't know what it is. It's word vomit, basically. Let me see if you guys feel my pain. Let's see what you guys are saying. Luxurious Blue, I did 258 words. Yes, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Polo? Oh, bye, Polo. Sorry, I didn't notice you said goodbye. Bye. Have a great night. I'm so glad that you joined us for the short time that you did. Well, William in the house. William says, writing by hand was a lot harder than I thought. My computer decided to fizz out this morning. I had a diagnostic test on it, and it says it's something wrong with the hard drive. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Emily, what is NaNoWriMo? Carol already answered you, Emily, but it's National Novel Writing Month. It happens every November, where we basically try to write a book in a month. And a full-length novel is at least 50,000 words. So we try to write 50,000 words in the 30 days of November. So that's what NaNoWriMo is. Alyssa also answered, and drink a lot of coffee. Yes, although I'm trying to do better. I think I've only had 1 cup of coffee today. That's so much better than my usual. Let's see. Emily, wishing us luck. Thanks, girl. Thank you so much. Rising Dreamer, thank you so much for the words of encouragement because this story has me like second guessing even starting it so many times a day. Rising Dreamer says, for those that missed it in the chat, this could be a good sign. Sounds like you're going to experience a lot of growth as a writer from this story. I hope so. Birthday says, hey, that's all right. I'm on first draft 1.3 years after conception. Writing is a buildup. It really is. Alyssa says, my first draft sucks. I'm going to have to do so many drafts. I'm with you, girl. I am with you on this journey. Let's see. Charity says, my novels come from dreams. I love when that happens. It is kind of like a writing hack when that happens. You're just like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for this gift. Sarah says, I dreamed of the novel I'm writing now 15 years ago. I never wrote it after dreaming it. I just kept the idea in my mind. Wow, 15 years ago. I'm so glad that you're finally getting a chance to write it. That's amazing. Alyssa, I was going to freak out. Oh my gosh. About what? Apple says, Apple Trees. I'm struggling with my novel right now. I know the beginning and the end, but how I get there is a struggle. The middle is always the hardest, especially writing those connecting chapters, the chapters where nothing really exciting is happening, but you need those chapters to connect the exciting bits. I hate writing those chapters. Let's see. Luxurious says, I think we're having a similar NaNoWriMo journey with our drafts. No plot to start, but characters and themes to build on. I'm figuring out a plot as I go along too. Thank you for letting me know that I am not alone. Guys, get back, Blaze. Back up your stuff. Yeah, Luxurious, definitely back up all your stuff. I'm so sorry about your hard drive situation. I will say that I do not write on any type of hard drive. I had a really, really traumatic experience when I was in college. The computer I had in college, it was a Dell. It was a tiny little computer, like an Inspiron little Dell notebook. I had my first novel I ever wrote on there, the one that I ended up querying that went nowhere. I'm even starting to shake just saying this, but long story short, that computer ended up dying, and I didn't back up my novel. And long story short, that novel was gone now. It's gone forever. I took it in, had diagnostic done on it, tried to revive the hard drive, did all these things, and they couldn't bring it back to life. And I remember I cried myself to sleep for about 2 to 3 years. And that was really what made me give up on writing for like 4 years. It wasn't necessarily the rejection from the querying and like it not going anywhere. Yeah, that was hard. But like working so hard on something and feeling so proud of it and having nothing to show for it, and it's just gone forever. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. It took me so long to get over that loss. So once that happened, I just don't write on hard drives anymore. I save everything and back up everything to a cloud. I don't know, maybe that sounds silly, but I write on my Chromebook. It's an HP Chromebook. I save everything to Google Drive, and then I'm writing on Noveler. I'm using Noveler right now. This is writing software. I'm using this NaNoWrimo, and it uses a cloud, and then I just back up that to Google Drive. And so far, so good. I've been doing it for 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years, and haven't had any issues, haven't lost anything. We're good. But yeah, that was a very traumatic experience, so I feel your pain. Let's see. She, the writer, says, theme is the central question. My friends, all you need to write a book is a question. You don't have to have an answer to start. That's really good advice. Alyssa, my mother drinks like 7 cups of coffee a day. That is insane. It's not good. Let's see. Okay, so it's 8:46 now. So at 8:50, I say we do the last sprint of the night. So we'll sprint from 8:50 to 9:20. 50, I can't do math. 50 to 9. Yeah, that's 30 minutes, right? She, the writer, is working on her 6th book. That's amazing. A sequel to her debut. She's not doing NaNoWrimo, but she's writing every day. Congratulations for writing so amazingly. 6 books. Wow. Your debut. So are you published? And if you are, what's the name of your book? Can we check it out? Because I'm very curious. Latrice, welcome to the chat. Says, this is the first time in a few years that I'm pantsing my Nanowrimo novel, so I'm trying not to get stuck. I was ahead for a few days, but now I'm losing my lead. Kind of how I started. Like, I was so fired up when I started. I was writing every single day, hitting word count, going above word count. And then right before I left for the wedding, I started to run out of steam. And now I feel like I'm completely out of steam and I need to be like reinvigorated. That's honestly part of why I like to do these live streams, because you guys definitely give me the motivation to keep going. That's why I love doing these. Birthday has a problem. She says, or he says, he or she, one of my problems is that I have my main character and he's a social guy, but he's surrounded by flat characters. That is difficult. How are you working on the flat characters? Like, what are you looking for advice, or do you already have a way that you're working to fix that? Apple Trees is also handwriting their novel. That's awesome. Due to, let's see, laptop falling apart, screen doesn't stick anymore, but you're getting a new laptop soon. That's good. Carol says, I feel you. I did a story on a new program and it crashed and I lost about 20K words. It took a while to stop being curled up on the floor. I mean, it's tough. Charity says, my Dell died a month ago. Wow. Alyssa uses a USB and saves everything to that. Okay, that's good. William, thanks for the advice. Yeah, I didn't back up any files, so I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping they can revive my files. Just trying to remain positive. Definitely remain positive. You know, like when mine died, that was years ago, and technology has come so, so far. That was like, oh my gosh, is that like over a decade ago? It was a long ass time ago. And technology has come a really, really long way since then. So you are good. Okay, so let's start the next sprint. It is 8:49. I'm trying to catch up. Rising Dreamer has a question. Oh, She the Writer. Yeah, I just published the first. It's called Paint by Aya, available on Amazon now. It is not my most sophisticated book, but it was my most resolved. Felt it would be a good debut. I like that it was your most resolved. Definitely want to check that out. And I follow you on Instagram too, so if I forget what you just said, like the title, I can go stalk you and get it from there. Is it in your Instagram bio? Because I can definitely just check it out from there. Rising Dreamer asked a question. How do you like Noveler? How would you compare it to Scrivener or Shakespeare? I currently rely on Google Docs, but I'm looking into other software options with more novel writing specific features. Okay, it's 8:50, so we need to start writing, but I will just answer this question really quickly. I am obsessed with Noveler. I'm actually really shocked by how much I'm enjoying it. I tried Scrivener. It was way too just like busy and complex and intricate for me. Like, I'm a very simple writer. Like, I don't need like all of these things, you know? So it just wasn't for me. I can definitely see how writers are like obsessed with it and really love it, but just for me personally, it wasn't for me. Shakespeare, I checked out the site and I like vaguely dabbled with the idea of doing it, but I decided to go with Noveler instead, and I am loving it so far. Oh my gosh. You want to send me a copy of your book? I'm working on getting a P.O. box, guys. I'm working on it. I should have one by the next write-in that I do, which should be next week. So I will update you guys on my P.O. box at that time. Okay, so we will catch up with this chat in a second. We got to get to writing. It is 8:51. So we will be sprinting until 9:20. And then at that time, we will catch up for 20 minutes and then we're done. Or for 10 minutes and then we're done. I want to be really strict with us so we can get quality words in. Let's go. 9 p.m. Oh, wow. Went by fast. 20 more minutes. We got this. We got this. Oh, no. Okay, I feel like I'm done with this particular scene that I'm writing. 1,417 words right now. It's 9:03 p.m. I'm not really sure where to go from here. I do not like this feeling. Like, what do I do now? Huh. Let's see. Going back to another chapter. My hot chocolate's cold now. It's now cold hot chocolate. Or cold chocolate. I'm counting up my word count, guys. Don't mind me. I just felt the need to update to the Nano site right now. Plus, I'm just giving my brain a little break because I kind of wrote myself into a corner, so. My current word count for Nanowrimo is 18,000 words, 421. So that's good. Getting closer to being caught up. Got another comment. Okay, guys, let's see. Alyssa Arts, 21K. Yay! That's awesome. So glad you made it to 21K. Let's see where we are at. Well, you guys are popping off in the chat. That's good. Okay, back to writing. Gotta We gotta focus. 9:13, guys. We got just a few minutes left, so we got this. Okay, 9:17. I'm gonna end this sprint now. I know I said 9:20, but I only scheduled this live stream on YouTube when I was setting it up until 9:30, and I don't know if that means it's going to cut me off or not. So I just kind of wanted to give us a little bit more time to, wrap things up with one another before it may or may not cut me off. Not sure. So, anywho's, guys, I got a lot of words written. I don't know how many because I was adding on to a chapter that I'd already been working on. So I don't really know how many words that I wrote. But I did update my word count on the Nanowrimo site during the sprint. And when I updated my word count, I was at 18,000 421 words. So now let me see what I have. Let's see. And I guess that's the thing about Noveler, like the word count, it counts the word count for like every chapter or scene that you're working on. It doesn't give you like a total word count, at least not that I've seen. So I'm having to add up each individual scene, and that can get annoying. It's a lot of math. I should just use my phone. That would be the smart thing to do. Instead of using like Google on my, my laptop, Google Calculator, I should just use my phone. All right, let's see where I'm at with my words. 2, 8, 8. Dun, dun, dun. Seven, 3, 4, 6. My longest chapter is chapter 2, over 7,000 words. Wild. Okay, so I'm currently at, okay, so when I updated, I was at 8,421. So I'm currently at 8,753. So I added about another 332 words towards the end of the sprint, which isn't bad at all. Okay, so updated that. Still not where I should be for today. Today being day 12 of Nanowrimo, writing 1,666 words a day. Technically, we should all be at 19,992 words. I'm not there yet, so I'm probably going to write a little bit more after this live is over. I'm feeling a little bit more inspired right now, so we'll see what comes out of me once this live wraps up. Let's see how you guys are doing in the chat. Chat is my favorite thing. Alyssa says, I hit 21K that sprint. Thank you. That is amazing, Alyssa. I love it. You are ahead of the game, girl. Jocelyn says, congrats. Thanks, Jocelyn. She the writer says, nice. I'm trying. Birthday says, oh, also I wrote about 1.5 pages. That's awesome. She the writer says, I'm just working on a short story, but I got about 246 words. Ooh, short story. Do you have a website or anything or blog where you have your short stories? What do you plan to do with it? Jocelyn says, where do I get Noveler? If you just want to Google Noveler, it'll direct you to the site. And then they give you a 30-day trial. And then I believe it bills you monthly, kind of like a music subscription would, like Spotify or Apple Music or even Netflix or something like that. And that's pretty low, I think. It's like $9 or $10 a month, but it bills you monthly after the trial. So I got the trial because I wanted to see how I liked it. And moving forward, I'm definitely going to be getting it. I think it's definitely worth it. Let's see. Alyssa, 434. That is really good. What are you talking about? JSJ, 2,859 in total for the whole day. Let's see. Wrote from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on and off throughout the day. Yeah, that's what I like best. Writing on and off throughout the day. I feel like I'm more productive and I get more words out that way. Let's see more. Jim Bookie, welcome. Says, I was writing a tense scene and now I've forgotten what I was having a character saying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Rising Dreamer, I have to go, but good luck, everyone. Bye. Thanks so much for joining. Loved having you. She, the writer, says, yes, the short stories are on Medium, but YouTube won't let me post a link. All my links are on my YouTube channel banner. Okay, perfect. And one of my shorts is an ebook. Oh, that's awesome. Good night. Good night, JSJ. We're about to wrap up here shortly. So it's now 9:23. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because, like I said, I don't know what YouTube is going to do when 9:30 comes. So I prefer to end this myself. If you guys have any last words, you can go ahead and type them in the chat. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live. It has been a pleasure as always. Got so many words in. So grateful for you guys as always for joining me. And I will catch you in my next live. It'll probably be at some point next week. I'm not sure what day yet. But in the meantime, make sure that you thumbs up this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell also so that you'll get all of my videos. And then if you're just here for the writing or you're more interested in the writing, then you'll get a notification every time I'm about to do a live stream. So definitely subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and be on the lookout because my NaNoWrimo vlogs will be posting, I want to say, at least by the end of the week, I would like to have 2 vlogs up. Sweet dreams, everyone. Latrice said, this write-in helped me to add roughly 800 words. Thanks for the encouragement. I'm now sitting at 22,450. That is amazing. Let's see. Yes. Good night, Jocelyn. Peace and blessings to you as well. All right. Thanks so much for joining me on this live. This was wonderful. And hopefully it posts to my channel. So those who are unable to watch could go back and watch at a later time. All right. Bye. Have a great night. Bye, everyone. Brian. Bye, Brian. All right. Bye.